Alright, it's Road Captain time again. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this extended version of the Road Captain's Quarters with Bikerson the Beer Man. If you follow my TikTok channel, you would have recently saw where I posed the question to the audience, do you prefer staggered or side-by-side for riding in formation? I also asked for your input and I got lots of responses, lots of great responses. One of the things I did pick up on though is that a lot of people in the comments seem to be of the opinion that the staggered formation is the safest. And I'm going to somewhat agree and somewhat disagree with that. And that's what we're going to talk about in this segment. But here's a recap of that conversation on TikTok. Most bikers are very passionate about their decision and belief in whether to ride side by side or in a staggered setup. Both of them have their pros and cons, but I want to hear from you. All right, so let's hear it. Side by side or staggered, and why? Let me preface a conversation by saying in any formation, you're going to be safest when you have experienced riders that are familiar with each other's riding habits. Your most dangerous formations are going to contain less experienced riders that are not as familiar with each other. One other factor to consider is the size of the formation, because the larger your formation gets, well, the larger the potential for something to go wrong. The experience level of the road captain is also very important, not just their experience level as a rider, but their experience level as a road captain. A good road captain can make the difference between a formation that has accidents versus one that does not. Like anything else in life, skill comes with repetition. So whether you're already a road captain or you're thinking about becoming a road captain, the one thing you need to be doing is doing a lot of riding, especially riding in formation. That does keep your skills sharp, and it keeps you on top of the things you need to be looking for, the threats you need to be looking for, and the safe practices you need to be utilizing in order to keep your formation safe. All right, so let's talk about some of the advantages of riding staggered. It does give you more maneuvering room from left to right within your lane should you need to avoid some sort of hazard suddenly. However, there are disadvantages to riding staggered. Number one, it stretches the formation length out further. And if you've got inexperienced riders who aren't as good at maintaining their line spacing, it really stretches the formation out. You get huge gaps, which tends to cause more interactions with the traffic around you. That being people trying to pull out from side streets in the middle of one of those gaps, people merging into the middle of your formation, going down the highway. I've seen that a lot. I've also seen a whole lot of accidents in staggered formations, usually caused by someone of less experience deciding they're gonna peel away from the formation and they suddenly make a right turn and they forget that there's someone behind them in their blind spot, which is, in my opinion, the worst downside of riding in a staggered formation, is that you deliberately are setting bikes up to have other bikes in their blind spot. And if you ride with someone in your blind spot long enough, the human tendency is to forget that they're there. Now let's talk about riding side by side. Now there are certain dangers to riding side by side. Obviously you're in close proximity to one another, and that leaves for less maneuvering ability from side to side to avoid some sort of sudden hazard. However, typically the formations that are going to do the side-by-side, they usually are more experienced and more familiar with one another. The main advantage to riding side-by-side is the fact that it does keep the formation short and tight, which leads to less interactions with the traffic around you. It makes it easier to clear intersections. It makes it easier for the road captain to maintain a visual on the rear of the formation. There's just a lot of advantages to it, which is why I say that, staggered formations are not necessarily the safest. In all circumstances, you have to evaluate what's the experience level of the riders, how well is the group familiar with each other, how large is the group, what kind of speed are you going, what type of route are you going to be going down. Obviously, some roads just aren't designed for a side-by-side formation. You get those narrow little golf cart paths in some rural areas, Obviously, some of the city streets with construction zones, potholes on one side of the road. It depends. And it's going to have to be the road captain's call on what type of formation set up to run. It's up to the road captain to figure out what's the safest route for the group that is being led. And again, these are monumental decisions. You as the road captain bear a lot of responsibility. Like I said in an earlier video, that road captain's tab isn't just something cool to put on your vest to show that you're a badass biker. It does come with a lot of responsibilities. You have to live up to them. You need to be making the best decisions. You need to know where you're riding, what those roads look like. You need to know your pack. You need to know the experience level of those riders, what kind of skills they have or don't have, what kind of acceleration capabilities those bikes have, what kind of over-end speed those bikes have, and you need to know what kind of range they have on their fuel tanks. You need to be aware of any disabilities some of the riders might have. For example, some rides I've done, whether those riders have, whether they're cancer patients and they have needs for stopping every so often, things of that nature. So anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. I love talking about this stuff, and look forward to talking about this road captain business some more. Until next time, I'm Bikerson the Beer Man. Follow me for good beer and good times, and share so your friends can meet you there.